Have you ever realized that there are certain people or certain situations that tend to have more power to hurt you as a person? If you look back at your life, at the different phases of your life, there would have been certain people who stand out as people who have hurt you. Haven't all of us been hurt at some point, gotten a heartbreak, been disappointed by a friend or by a spouse or by your child? Now, the thing about being hurt is that if you think about it, not everybody can hurt you, and not all situations can hurt you. Sometimes we can just brush it off, right? But when you do feel hurt, it can feel almost like physical pain. The feeling of having a hurt in your heart can be something that some people carry with them all their life, right? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 powerful steps that you can use to overcome feelings of hurt, even if it's something that you're going through today or it's something that you went through in the past and you're still carrying that feeling. Hi, I'm Seema Shanoy Manik. I am an NLP master trainer and a transformation coach. And in the last 19 years, I have worked with thousands of people to help them overcome their internal limitation and live their life the way they want to live it, to redesign their life. And stay tuned till the end of this video, because the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you are going to be something that's going to really help you heal yourself and your past. So first of all, let's begin with why do we tend to feel hurt? Why do we tend to feel hurt by certain people or certain situations? If you realize, these people tend to hold a lot of power. These people tend to have a lot of power because we give them that power. These people tend to be able to easily hurt us. Sometimes it's our parents, sometimes it's our children, sometimes it's our spouse, sometimes it's a friend, sometimes it's a peer or a boss. Somebody who we respect a lot, or somebody from whom we have a lot of expectations. For example, you expected your spouse to understand something and that person did not. You expected a friend to respect you and stand by you and that person didn't. You expected your girlfriend or boyfriend to stick around, to live with you for the rest of their life, to get married, or I don't know what, but they just walked out of the relationship. Sometimes not even explained, right? So hurt happens when we have set certain expectations in a relationship, and that person or that situation tends to break that expectation or not fulfill that expectation. If it's a small thing, we might feel just mildly disappointed. But if it's something that we had built in our mind, it was a big expectation, and it maybe sometimes suddenly just went away without explanation, and you just cannot seem to solve it. You can't seem to understand what made that person behave that way. I remember once when a friend of mine who was very, very close to me, I considered her my sister, and we were so close, I would have given my life for her. But all of a sudden, she got disappointed with some small thing, and then she completely alienated me and stopped talking to me. And it was such a shock, because I didn't think that something so small could make her so harsh towards me. She went to all ends to hurt me as a person. And I remember crying days together because I had given her that power. So if you have been hurt by somebody, here are the steps that you must follow. The first step to follow, if you're hurt by somebody or you sometimes get repeatedly hurt, is to understand what is really happening in a situation. Sometimes we are looking at our relationships, our situation through lenses. We For example, when people are in love, right, you don't see any negative in that person, you don't see anything wrong, you're only seeing what you want to see. And when the things start going wrong, it's too difficult to accept that situation. Sometimes when you're not getting that acceptance from a parent or love from a parent, you might not be able to understand why your father or your mother is not appreciating you or not giving you what you want, or why your child is not reciprocating that love that you're giving them. So the first thing is to try and understand that other person and that situation. And there's some amazing techniques in neuro-linguistic programming that can help you gain perspective. Techniques like dissociation, techniques like perceptual positions. And my recent video that I had made on NLP mental strategies, these will help you really figure out what's happening in your mind, how are you perceiving the situation, and help you see the situation from all perspectives. Sometimes we're just getting disappointed for no reason, or sometimes we are looking at the situation, we are making a mountain of a molehill. When you really get down and start looking at the situation, it sorts itself out. And if by looking at the perspective you still can't figure out, for God's sake, why that person is behaving that way, why that person is disappointing you, why that person doesn't love you, or why that person doesn't give you what you want. In that case, the second step that one must do is to communicate your needs. You got to communicate your needs. Now think about this. Isn't it true that only some people can hurt you, and those people are probably the closest to you? They are in your family or close friends or close colleagues, people with whom you have a lot of emotional investment, which means that if they are not fulfilling a need in you, if they're not fulfilling an expectation that you have, an expectation of love or an expectation of respect or an expectation of communication, if they're not meeting that need and you don't do anything about it and you continue to feel hurt, your need is not going to be met ever. So first, try to sort it in your head. But if you're not able to sort it in your head, you got to find a way to communicate and get that need met. Because if you don't, that relationship is not going to be pretty for very long. I know it sounds very bitter, but then you cannot live in a place where your needs are not met, isn't it? So I have made individual videos on each one of these topics. Like I have made videos on how you can change your perspective, your mental strategies, how you can be more assertive and communicate your needs. And I'm going to link all the individual videos in the description in my YouTube channel. So ensure that you're seeing the description and watching those videos as well, right? Now, let us say you communicate your needs, and oh, by the way, before we all move ahead, please ensure that you like this video, you like this topic, and it's only going to get interesting going forward, right? Do hit the like button and show your love. The more you engage with this video, the more it helps me reach out to more and more people and grow my channel. So please ensure that you are doing that. Okay, so let us say communication also doesn't work, and you decide that if it's not working, this person is continuously hurting. Do you know that sometimes it just doesn't work out, isn't it? We try our best, we do whatever we want, we try to make things work and fix things, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and then you have to let that person go. And sometimes you can't let that person go, but you can't continue hurting. It just doesn't work. How long can you hurt? It's going to take a toll. So there comes a point when you say that I don't want to hurt any longer. I don't want this person to affect me anymore. I just want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. If that's what you want, then the next step is going to be to try and cut the cords with that person. Sometimes you can let that person go and say good riddance to bad rubbish. And if it's a friend or somebody you don't have to talk to, you can just let them go and cut the cords. Sometimes that person's right around you, they're in your circle, they're in your home, and they continue to hurt you. In that case too, you can emotionally cut the cords with that person. There's a very powerful process known as the cord cutting process. I have a video on that. I'm going to link that video. If you are in a place where a person is hurting you too much and you want to detach emotionally with that person, they may be in your space, but you don't want to let them affect, do the cord cutting process. Take the time and do this process. So work with the coach and help yourself heal, right? The next step, and if you're enjoying this video, like I said, hit the like button. And I'm on Instagram too. So folks, if you are on Instagram, please follow me on Seema Shenoy Manek NLP on Instagram, because in that channel I talk about what's happening with my work, what's happening in my programs, what are the interesting things that is happening in my life. So do follow there for more information on us. All right, so next step is, once you cut the cord, also sometimes it's your past that is hurting you. What if it's nothing in the present? What if it isn't a person in the present, whatever? It's something that's happened in the past. It's someone said something, someone broke your heart, someone disappointed you, and it still hurts deep down. Whenever you think of that person, you think of that situation, you think of that memory when somebody said something harsh to you or difficult to you. Like when I was younger, I was told many times that you're useless, you will amount to nothing. And that statement, that memory of rejection, of humiliation, hurt me for very, very long. Many memories of the abusive marriage I went through used to hurt me for a very, very long time. So there's a beautiful technique in NLP known as the Photoshop method, with which any memory that pops up has the power to influence us. And if the memory is very vivid and strong in our mind's eye, we can go right into that memory and we relive it again and again. And that's not the kind of memory you want to relive. You don't want to keep hurting, right? You want to heal. So if you are hurting with memories in the past, learn to use the Photoshop method and Heal your memories, heal your past. Again, there's a video, I'm going to link that. All right. And if you're enjoying this video, everybody, please type in I am enjoying so that I know that you're with me. And if you have any questions regarding the topic we're discussing, please type in. Even if it's on my YouTube channel later, I will take the time to respond to all your questions, right? Okay. Now, all the work done, you've tried to change things in your head, you have tried to communicate, maybe you have done the cord cutting exercise to ensure that person doesn't impact you, you work with your memories. Now, despite all this, let us say you're somebody who hurts, who's very sensitive and is getting hurt by anything, again and again, you're getting hurt by people, by situations. It looks like you get hurt easily. This tells you, if this happens to you, this tells you that you need to work on yourself. You need to start working on yourself. I once heard a very, very beautiful analogy, right? From a spiritual lady. I don't remember her name. I'll try to go back to her channel and tag her channel as well. She's a crystal healing lady. And she said that if you're getting hurt again and again, it's not about others. Then it's sometimes about you. Maybe you have left your back door open. Maybe if your back door is open, anybody will be able to get inside and hurt you. You got to close that door. You got to close that door that allows people to get into your space and affects you, which means that you got to work on yourself so that you can improve your self, SELF, which is your self-image, your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-esteem. And trust me, I have videos on individually on self-esteem, on self-confidence. Please watch those videos. I have taken the time to make detailed tutorials on almost every one of these topics. I have more than 100 videos on my YouTube channel, Seema Shenoy Manek. So even if you start watching one video a day, and there are tons of guided visualizations on it, if you can watch those guided visualizations, do them every single day, you're going to heal. And finally, if you feel that I really want to transform my life, I want to do it with a powerful coach, then you're welcome to attend one of my live online workshops or one of my recorded workshops. Please go ahead, get in touch with my team. I'm going to be leaving my website and our number. So you're welcome to get in touch with my team, enroll in one of our programs so that I can personally work with you and help you go through this entire process. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, folks. Go back and watch it again if you want to. A lot of supplementary videos that I'm going to leave that you can watch as well. All the best to each one of you. I wish you loads of healing, lots of love to each one of you. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. And I'm going to see you very soon in another live video. Tons and tons of love. See you all very soon. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.